Here's what I've learned from Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers. Commodity. So the market treats instances of the good as equivalent or nearly so with no regard to who produced them, if you are a commodity. And the wide availability of commodities typically leads to smaller profit margins and diminishes the importance of factors such as brand name, other than price. So let's say you're looking at shoes and you like two pairs of shoes and you like them pretty much the same and they look the same, so you just decide based on price. This means that the shoes in this instance have been commoditized. You do not want to be a commodity because this forces you to compete on price. This makes market efficiency and it cuts your margins and it forces you to lower your prices and it forces your competition to lower prices. And then you basically operate at the minimum you can to stay in business. You do not want to be here because this will not lead to a lot of money and it will lead to you basically working for as little as possible to survive. What you want is to sell in a category of one. So you basically have a monopoly. You want your customers to think there is nothing like this anywhere. So therefore, you cannot compete on price because there is nothing like your product anywhere. And I'll later explain how to achieve this. So, market and niche. The market is the most important. So let's look at an example. If you're in the newspaper market, which is a rapidly declining market, you can be the best entrepreneur, but because the market is shrinking and dying, you will have a hard time making money. Whereas if you were selling toilet paper in the beginning of the pandemic, this was a great market and you'd really have to be an okay entrepreneur to make a lot of money because toilet paper was going for $100 per package or even roll sometimes. So the market can make a massive difference, but you are probably in a normal market. So here are some key points what to look for to see if your market is very bad, normal, or a great market. The first thing is pain. You want your customers to have a massive pain and a massive need for your product. You don't want them to just want your product, you want them to need your product. And this is so that it's way easier to sell. The second is money. Your market needs to have enough money. This means you can have a market with a lot of pain, but if the customers in that market do not have enough money to buy the product you are offering them, you will not make any money. The third thing is your customers need to be findable. If you can't reach your customers cheaply and easily, this will also lead to a lot of pain and you will not be able to sell to someone you can't find. And the fourth thing is growing. You want your market to be growing at about at least 9% per year. That's what the global market grows at. And if your market is dying, like I said, that is probably a very bad market and you want to stay out of that. And growing markets are the best markets. The next thing is pick a niche and stick with it. Alex has a semi-famous saying that goes like this: are you under 10 million per year? If yes, stick to one niche because you will make more money within that niche. Now, why is sticking to a niche so powerful? Because let's say you run a course for Facebook ads for $100. This is a general Facebook ads course and you'll probably not be able to charge much for it. Then let's say you run a Facebook ads for agencies course. You could probably charge this course at around $500 because it is more specific. And when agency owners see it, they see it's for them and they are more likely to buy. So you can charge more. And next, let's say you offer a Facebook marketing course for short form content agencies. Now this you can charge $2,000 for because it is targeted specifically for one person. In that case, that would be me. And if I see an ad like that, I will know it's made specifically for me, which means there's a higher chance it will work for me and I'm way more likely to buy it because the perceived likelihood of achieving the result is way higher. Pricing magic. They did an experiment where they had three wines. All three of them were priced differently and people would do blind taste tests and they would only tell them the price of the wine. And people naturally voted that the most expensive wine was the best, the middle priced wine was in the middle, and the cheapest wine was the worst. But it was actually all the same wine. So what I'm trying to say with this is that if you raise your prices, the value of your product will instantly go up. Here's why. The perceived value of your product will instantly go up and because the perceived value of your product is higher, your customer is more likely to take it serious, more likely to invest more time into it, and therefore the actual value of your product will also go up. Now, this doesn't mean you should charge insane amounts of money because your customer still needs to get more value out of it than they pay you. But you should charge more than it costs you to deliver it. So let's say if your service costs you $100 to fulfill and you price it at $1,000, that means you still have $900 of pure profit. And then you need to deliver so much to your customer that they perceive the value of your product as like at least $2,000. If they perceive the value of your product less than what they pay you, they will stop paying you. Another thing is you do not want to compete on price once again because you can only go down to zero. However, you can go up with value to infinity. We do not want the most customers. We want the most money. So you want to start with high prices and over deliver. And then once you get systems in place and you can optimize things, then you can start to lower prices and sell to more people. But in the beginning, you should sell to less people for more money and give them as much value as possible. So what even is value? So this is Alex's value equation. Here we have the dream outcome times the perceived likelihood of achievement. And on the bottom, we have time delay times effort and sacrifice. So the dream outcome, let's say, would be to lose 20 pounds. The perceived likelihood of achievement, this would be if you have many testimonials, people will see, okay, he has been able to deliver this successfully to many people, and this would raise the perceived likelihood of achievement. Time delay, how fast can I lose these 20 pounds? Let's say 2 weeks or 2 months is a big difference. Times effort and sacrifice. How much will I need to work out? How much will I need to change my diet? You get the idea. You want to get the bottom portion as low as possible, so deliver as fast as possible and with the least amount of effort and sacrifice possible. And you want to get the top portion as high as possible. The better the dream outcome and the better the perceived likelihood of achievement, the more value you provide. Now, why is the bottom portion more important than the top portion? This is at least how he explains it in the book. People will pay a lot of money for speed. You can get free music on Google, but people still pay for Spotify and YouTube Music because they get the music faster. They don't need to download it, let's say. Why do people pay for Uber when they could just walk for free? Because they get there faster. This is speed. Also, effort and sacrifice. Why do people pay for fat removal surgery when they could just go to the gym and pay way less? Because if you get the surgery, you get it basically instantly. It takes 24 hours to lose the weight. Whereas if you join the gym, you pay 1,000 times less, but you need to work hard, effort, and sacrifice like half a year, which is time. Another thing, perception is reality. If we take a look at the London tunnel system, the biggest customer satisfaction was reported not when they decreased the wait time for the trains, but when they introduced a map that would tell you how long you have to wait for your trains to arrive. So the actual time delay didn't change, they just made the waiting less boring. So you need to change the perception of time delay, not necessarily time delay itself. Now, of course, if they could cheaply change the time delay and make it better, that would also lead to way more value. However, that would probably cost them billions. Instead, the map cost them, I don't know, 100 times less and still achieved a similar result. Oftentimes, you don't need to think of a logical solution to a problem because most logical solutions are just that, logical, and most people have thought of them before. You want to think of psychological solutions. Like in this case, not decreasing the actual wait time, but decreasing the boredom while waiting, if that makes sense. Irresistible offers. First, you want to identify the dream outcome of your customers. So let's look at this example. If I advertise a fitness bootcamp versus if I advertise that you will lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks, which do you think is better? If this is all the info you're giving. We promise you a fitness bootcamp or we promise you to lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. The 20 pounds in 6 weeks is a way better promise because you're promising the outcome. Nobody actually wants the fitness bootcamp. Everyone just wants to lose the 20 pounds. And for my example, we don't market short form videos because nobody really wants short form videos. Short form videos are just the vehicle we use to 2x your views in 30 days, which is our offer. People want more views, not more videos. So this is what you have to promise. You want to promise the dream outcome. You want to sell the dream outcome. Another thing, things that are usually easy to sell are hard to fulfill and vice versa. Things that are easy to fulfill are hard to sell. However, you want to start with things that are easy to sell but hard to fulfill. Like I said before, give the most value possible so you get the sales easier and then optimize later once you have cash flow coming in. Because if you have, let's say, 3 clients and you can't scale past those 3 clients because those 3 clients are demanding basically all of your time. However, you have some capital to invest. You have data that shows you what works for those clients and what doesn't, and you can optimize based on that. This is way, way, way better than if you would offer a lesser service, have 0 clients, but would be able to potentially have 20 clients because you do not have the data, you do not know how to sell, how to fulfill, because you just don't have the data to analyze and to see what works and what doesn't. Scarcity. A fixed supply of items or services creates scarcity. Chanel, for example, only gives its stores 1 to 2 pieces of each product per store. This means that when you go into Chanel and you see a bag that you like, it might not be there tomorrow because they only sent one to that store, which means you need to buy now. If you like it, you need to buy it now because if you go there tomorrow, it might not be there anymore. Scarcity is a very powerful tool to get people to buy. And here's how to ethically use scarcity for, let's say, your services. So if you have a service-based business, you probably can't onboard infinite customers per month. So find out what the number of customers you can onboard per month is and just tell your customers what that number is. So let's say you can onboard 10 new clients per month and you are on a sales call and you've already, let's say, onboarded 7 clients this month. Tell your client that you can only onboard 10 clients per month. And this month you've already onboarded 7. That means you have 3 slots left this month and you have 2 calls booked tomorrow, which means those slots might not be available in 3 days. This creates scarcity. And it's really as simple as just telling your customers what your limit is and create ethical scarcity. Now you could always lie, but this is, you want to remain ethical, I think. Bonuses. You want to anchor your price with the core offer. So let's say in my example, short form videos at $1,000 per month. These are just numbers for the example. These are not our actual prices. So let's say we charge, I don't know, $1,000 for 30 videos. And then after that, we tell you we will also convert the views we got from those videos into sales as a free bonus. So first I anchored our videos at the value of 1,000 and then I gave you a free bonus. And this makes the offer seem more valuable. One big package will always be less valuable than a smaller package plus bonuses. Also, you want to give the bonuses a price and justify it proof. So let's say in our example, we convert the views into sales. I could go on Google and look at what other people are charging just for that service. Let's say people are charging 1,000 just for the funnel to convert your viewers into customers. We can price the bonus at 1,000, which means the total value of our offer is 2,000 and they only have to pay 1,000, which means they already perceive our offer as way more valuable than what they pay. And it looks like a steal. You can also incorporate other people's products into your own. Let's say you run a coaching business, you help agencies scale with whatever marketing tactic you have. And you know that when agencies scale, they will also need new software. Let's say ClickUp, Go High Level. These are various tools that will help your agency scale because they make everything easier. And agencies almost always need some software as they scale to help them keep everything organized. And you can then go to these, let's say ClickUp. You can go to ClickUp and tell them that this is the number of customers we have. They will all start using your software because I will recommend it. Can you give me an affiliate link and a small discount? And here's what's going to happen. Your customers are going to buy ClickUp through your link, which means you're going to get paid. They're going to buy it at a discount, which means they get a steal, which means this raises the overall value of your offer. And ClickUp gets new customers. It's a win-win-win for everyone. And also, the money you make from this ClickUp affiliate is going to be pure profit because you don't actually do the fulfillment. ClickUp does the fulfillment. And you can even incorporate a lot of products into your offer to generate additional profit. Guarantees. The biggest objection is risk, and guarantees help to reverse that risk. A guarantee is basically a commitment made by a business to honor the debts incurred under its company credit cards. We have 4 types of guarantee. Unconditional guarantee. This would be, let's say you buy a course and they have a 30-day money back, no questions asked guarantee. So if you are not satisfied, you get your money back no matter what. Second type is conditional guarantee. This would be if you have a course that they give you a condition. If you finish all of our lessons and apply this knowledge like we told you to, and you still don't get results, you'll get your money back. There are many conditional guarantees. You can offer to give them the money back. You can offer to work for them for free until they get the result. You can offer to pay for their time as well. And the third is an anti-guarantee. So let's say you offer information or software or code. You can tell them that what you offer is so valuable that once they see it or once they get the code, they can't unbuy it because it will always remain. Let's say you copy the code, it's always going to be with you. Or if you get some information, it will stick in your head. So they will do a anti-guarantee. This is basically our offer is so good that if you buy, you can't unbuy it and it will always be with you. You can't unsee it and we will not give you your money back. This can also increase the value of your offer. And fourth, there are implied guarantees. This is basically performance based, like rev share. If let's say I run a marketing company, I basically tell my customers that I will market for them and I will work performance based. So if they don't get paid, I don't get paid. This is an implied guarantee. It is important that you tell them that if they do not get X result in Y time period, we will do Z. You need to include the last part, we will do Z. So if you do not get the result we promised, we give your money back. If you do not get the result we promised, we will work for you for free. You get what I mean? There needs to be this last part, otherwise it's an empty guarantee and it has no meaning. That's pretty much it. Also, I'll give you Alex's free mini course that he includes in the book. It's 100% free. I'll leave a link in the description. I highly recommend you check it out because you'll basically get everything that's in the book compressed into a mini video course. And that's pretty much it. Now get to work.